Sir, wake up! The manor is under attack! There are necromancers everywhere! I'm going to see if the master is alright. Hide yourself! There's no way out! We're trapped!
Oh, trust me, there's a way out. I just need you to move over. That is... Alright. First we did a thunder kick, then we did a fire kick. So, welcome friends. I am Twinklebutt. We are here with Dark Messiah, Episode 3. We were successful in reaching Menelag's house, surviving the undead siege, but now it seems we are under a different kind of siege from different kinds of assailants. Now, to do a quick recap of where we are, where we're standing, and where we're going forward, we have a little bit of catch-up to do. So, we have 5 skill points. We're going to put 1 point into Flame Arrow, and I'll explain that spell in just a bit, and then we're going to put 1 point into Alertness, and then we're going to put 2 points into Maximum Mana for Magical Efficiency. Now, Alertness doesn't really do anything, it just makes objects glow blue when you stand still, but we'll already be able to see them from a distance. This doubles our mana capacity, very important. And this spell, what this does, is this gives us an extremely cool little... It's kind of like Magic Missile, but with fire. It costs about 4 mana to cast, and we can actually control the projectile of the spell. Now, we can't afford to spam it like we're currently doing because, again, we don't have the mana capacity. It does not do a lot of damage. In fact, it does barely any damage. But if we can hit an enemy that is doused in oil for some reason, I don't know how that would happen, they would just instantly burst into flame. Now, to catch up a little bit on some of the reading that I missed, let's read this Bestiary of Ashan, which is going to give us some really important information about the enemies and their weaknesses. Our recent study of Ashan fauna gives us an interesting account of the creature's weakness. For instance, while the most basic creatures like spiders are very vulnerable to fire and will avoid it, creatures with a demonic taint like the orcs or the goblins are naturally more resistant to fire. They are, however, as vulnerable to lightning as anyone else. Undead are a different matter. Having no concept of fear or injury, they are difficult to defeat. However, a fortunate adventurer may find blessed weapons, crafted from the very substance of dragons, that do a great deal of damage to these creatures. Now, we don't need 2, so we're going to throw one of those out. And to be honest, we're not going to get access to blessed weapons for a really long time, but we don't have to worry about undead for a really long time. And as far as orcs go, while they are more resistant to fire attacks, such as this flaming fingertip that we have for probing, being completely immersed in fire will kill them the same as anybody else. Now, if we look outside, we can see that we have some enemies waiting for us to give us a little bit of trouble. But I have a clever plan to take care of them in a most... in as comfortable a position as possible. So what we're going to do, we're going to put some barrels right here. These are going to serve as a trap in case any enemies make it through our initial death trap that we're setting up here. Now we're going to sneak out here, and using our awesome magic hands, we're going to grab that oil barrel right there. And I don't know how, but if this were somehow to get smashed on the ground and then lit on fire and then enemies were to walk into it, and they would have a very, very bad day. So, but we need a way to get their attention. And I think dropping giant barrels on their heads is a fantastic way to do that. Now all we need, and then we'll just close the door. And let's see what they do. Now normally they'll just walk straight in, but...
You're a dead man.
I don't know about that, buddy. Okay, while he's on the ground, let's stab him. Now, because it's on a harder difficulty, we're going to have to stab him multiple times. He's got 2 hearts. He's got more than that. He might be glitched. There we go. Now we have no glitches to worry about. Now, instead of opening that door to make sure it's safe, we're going to check out the window up here and see what our situation looks like. Well, looks like we've got one guy to deal with. Now, a good way to deal with him would be... Well, we do have a corpse here, but we don't have enough mana. Or I suppose we could just open the door and then throw this barrel at him.
Don't try to run.
And then just keep stabbing him over and over and over again. It's very very simple acupuncture combo we have here at the salon. Kick, stab, kick, stab, kick, stab, kick, stab. And yeah, so we handled that pretty well. We didn't take any damage as far as I'm aware. Now, let's show off the efficiency of this fire spell. Now, all we have to do is land one hit on him, and he is a goner. This oil combo and flame, what's it called? The flame arrow and this oil jar combo is going to be very, very powerful and very, very vital to our success in the early levels before we have an ability to build up ourselves and be able to cast more spells, because we just don't have the mana to do lots of really cool telekinesis like I wish we could. I'm still going to show that off, but let's nab this guy and light him on fire. Oh, nope, that's not what I hear.
Don't.
Well, I guess this works too. We didn't have to emulse him on fire. Now the thing is that because this is the hardest difficulty, enemies do a lot of damage to us. And while we can take them pretty handily in a one-on-one situation, if they ever get us in a 2-on-1 situation, or I hope not, 3-on-1 situation, we are in trouble. But luckily they're pretty stupid. So we can just do this. Oh, we got him. Okay.
The bloody fish pond. Like anything's going to happen over the fish pond.
I think something very exciting is about to happen at the fish pond.
Or it gets ugly.
Now let me show off how telekinesis works. We can't grab him while he's on the ground, but while he's in motion, we have full access to him. And now he's actually, well, he was alive. Now he's not. And so we can use that to literally knock enemies down, throw them down, move them around. Yeah, and they're at our full control in this state. Normally we can't pick them up, but when they're in motion they count as an object, and we can do whatever we want with them. I think you're going to need a little more than help, buddy. But don't worry, we're going to send him on a one-way flight. Okay, you gotta admit, that's pretty fun. In a very genocidal maniac kind of way. But still fun. And that's the important part, right? Now I believe this is a dead end, so let's continue on to the next part. And I believe we've cleared out all the enemies in the immediate area, so we should be safe. I don't know of any secrets in this area, so I don't think we missed anything. And we need to make sure that we're not being too stingy with our supplies. I'm the kind of person that holds on to items for way too long in RPGs until they're useless. We need to make sure we don't do that here.
Inside at last. Good job. Let's see what's going on here.
Now, we're safe for the moment, but there should be when we're going to do something that's going to trigger a patrol to come out, and so I want to set up a little trap for him. If I can get these barrels to behave. There we go. Now going in this room should trigger a guy to pop out. Yeah. And now that we got his attention, there should be a guy coming this way. We have a very clever trap waiting for him when he does come this way. If he does. Hello, buddy.
What was that?
I had prepared a present for you.
Don't move, buddy.
Okay, oh. Hold on, somebody get my stick out. This will work. Well, it didn't quite work out the way I thought it would, but that's okay. Yeah. Double acupuncture combo go. Now, even though that failed, you still might be able to get some use out of this barrel here. Hey, buddy. How you doing?
Did I hear?
Don't mind me. I hope they totally did notice. Okay, we need more mana.
Get me some. We got trouble.
Well, most of these guys seem really wounded, so I don't have to worry too much about them. Except for this guy. But I've got a really good way to take care of him.
Get me some help here.
Don't underestimate these guys, even when they're in this state. Oh. There we go. So not the most graceful way of handling the situation, but we still got out of there taking minimal amounts of damage, and that's what's important. Now, before we continue on to the next part...
Sarah, very good. We should keep an eye out for more of these.
I agree we should. As you can see, the stone started to glow blue when I stood still for a little bit. That's our alertness trait showing that that's a secret. Now, we need to be careful. There's actually a flame glyph trap in here that'll just like straight out kill you. It's right around this chest. There we go. And there's actually, I believe, spiders in here, so... Yes, there are. Luckily, our arrows should take care of them pretty well. If we can actually hit them. Well, I guess that works, so... What is the treasure that we're hoping to find in here, you ask? Well, it is another full health potion. So now we've got 3 in total, putting us in a really good position for the end game when we're actually going to need them. And what's in here? A stone skin potion, which does exactly what you think it does. It'll actually cause your skin to harden and increase your defenses dramatically, meaning that you take a lot less damage. But it slows you down, lowers your agility, and it causes your... you'll sink if you go into any kind of water, which can be good, but it's usually pretty bad. So you want to be careful when you're using it and what you're using it for. Now let's drop this on the ground. Hopefully it doesn't break. And let's set up another ingenious trap.
Pretty good looting here. Much better than slim pickings from Morton Haven.
I'll say. Hard to get excited over barrels of dried fish.
That's another perk. The ghouls and zombies are too dumb to steal anything they can't eat.
Urgash take a lot of them. Who knows what they want?
Not me. And frankly, I don't want to know.
Very wise, my friend. Very wise.
What was that? You pay.
Oh wait, don't close. Don't close that. Open up. Now we just have to leave this guy down here. Maybe we won't need the trap. Well, my friends, we've had some fun time making Blackguard s'mores. I'm gonna check out these last couple of places. This is more food rations that we cannot take with us, unfortunately, because we've been doing such an excellent job. More mushrooms that are food rations. I don't think we've taken a hit so far, which is really, really good. So in case we need that extra healing, it's all here. This is a perfect... We're cooking that guy on top of some ribs. I'm not sure which kind of ribs we're going to be grabbing if we take those, but I don't want to risk it. Now I'm going to save our position here because we did an excellent job, and I'm going to call it here. If you enjoyed the video, if you enjoyed watching people get lit on fire, thrown around like rag dolls, punctured multiple times, consider a like, consider a subscription. There's going to be a lot more of that in the future. I'm Twinklebutt, and I will see you later. Have a fantastic